Another amazing week of Lego creations. This week we really have a lot of stuff, so I'm gonna try to go a little bit faster through every one of the builds. Hopefully the video is not gonna end up too long. As always, remember that all the builders and the articles mentioned in this video will be linked in the description down below for you to go and check them out. Welcome to a new episode of This Week in Bricks. Let's start as usual from the Instagram section. We have an amazing builder here, Kimberly Giffen, that we already featured a few times with some of the amazing builds that she did in the past. And this week she displayed this amazing modded, which is a sort of fantasy, Lord of the Ring, a bit elvish looking layout. It's so nice, so big. A lot of things to discover here, a lot of different elevation changes. There's a couple of close-up pictures over here, and on her profile you can see some of the work in progress behind the scene, but later we have a video in the video section later where you can see a little bit more about this. Next up we have Circus Robot, another amazing builder here, and you can see this massive build. This is very well photographed, and seems like this is actually still a work in progress, still a build that needs to be expanded, but this is a beautiful photography, beautiful editing, and such a massive build. I love those big windows with those fence pieces. Very, very well done. Then we have another familiar face, Dicken222, with a modification, or let's say a rebuild, using the parts from a Lego Creator 3-in-1, the bunny set, the white bunny, for a Fallout 4 T60 helmet. Very, very, very cool. That I don't know if it's in scale with the Star Wars helmet. I'm assuming this one probably, or is on a smaller scale. Very well executed. Then let's talk a little bit character building. Every time Eero Okkonen posts a new character, of course we have to share it because it's always a masterpiece. So here we have Avacyn, the Guardian Angel. I guess seems like a character from Magic the Gathering. Very, very cool, nice, cool character with a very huge wingspan and a little bit of degree also of posability as always. Another cool character is by Lavish Lamp Art. I'm not too familiar with the source over here. This is Marisa. I love the curves, I love the details. Every single piece has been chosen very carefully. Very, very cool build with this character flying on top of this broom. A lot of nice little details all throughout the build. Definitely go and check it out. Then we have a Lego designer, Tom Gerardin. We featured before this very cool camper van from the Friends lineup. Very, very cool set that I will have to pick up soon. He made a very cute build. This is just the cutest thing. This sort of cardboard box little thing with some printed parts and some stickers. Very, very cool. And also this one has a little bit of posability as well. Another Lego designer that we feature multiple times is Wes Talbott, again with an amazing character over here. This is a character called Calibretto from Battle Chasers comic. Very, very cool. Always great choice of colors. I love how big and imposing are the shoulders of this character. Very, very good. And here we can also see the source material that is linked in the post. Another Lego designer, Max Davidson, with two very cute builds. I love this little dog. This is Cauliflower and Cauliflower. A nice play on the words here, but a very, very cute dog. And I love how the dog has been created with nice curves and a little bit of fur. It's definitely not easy to create something like this on such a small scale with Lego parts. He also has this other very cool character in a very cute pose. This is called Moomin. Again, I'm not sure here with the source material, but it's definitely a very well executed character with the use of many different types of curved slopes. Very, 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 very good. Next up, we have the theroldangrace. Amazing builder. We featured some of his stunning work in the past. He has this Scarlet Macaw. Very, very cool. Very nice base as well. The trunk of this is very, very cool. A lot of nice details, especially in the face of the of this kind of parrot, and a lot of details also on the back side and the wings. Amazing build, and this is also in partnership, I guess, with BrickNerd, where you can acquire the instructions for this, so go and check it out. Next up, we have adotnamedstud with a very interesting build, Indiana Jones theme. I love this. This is right down my alley. Small build, small part count, a lot of interesting part usage, nice composition, very balanced, nice use of colors, and some very interesting printed tiles make to a very good use over here. Then we have Dave Zambito with a sort of medieval build. This is actually still a preview of a bigger scale build. This is the Black Wolf Tavern. There's some very interesting technique for the roof, for that black roof over there. A lot of texture on the walls, and the stone kind of wall is kind of a trademark that we see in some of his previous mocks. Very, very good use of all those round parts. Staying in the medieval theme, of course, we cannot forget trebuchet.cro. We featured some work in progress of this build before. This Wolfpack castle, very, very good. I love how the rocks blend in with the castle, use of different colors, different vegetation, nice texture. Just a perfect medieval build. We featured before also acghow that has this very cool sort of art piece, the 9-color deer, slightly coming off the frame. I love all these mountains at the bottom, and of course the deer is very, very well, nicely shaped. Very cool build. Now let's move into the article section. Let's start from the mock of the week on Tips and Bricks. The Wagon of Zacharias by Dwalinforkbeard. Amazing build. I don't know how's the structure inside here to get all these different it feels like it's moving, it feels like a flow in the roof and the walls on the side. There's a little bit of story to it, and of course here they make, as always, a good job in highlighting all the very cool parts usage. Here is the profile of the builder to go and check out, and then they have a technique analysis of the Star Wars poster by the Lego Builder. This is a digital build that cannot actually be recreated with actual piece, but nonetheless is still a very cool build. You can see the images side to side, very, very cool. And then of course later you can see a little bit more of the details of the parts that has been used for this digital build. Here is the profile of the builder, and then we move on to new elementary with these flower pots. So this is a pick-a-brick project. So using pick-a-brick parts together with the tiny plants parts, and this is being made by Jonas Kramm, which is the amazing designer behind the mushroom house. This creature, these builds are very, very cute. Here you have a breakdown of everything and how they come together and all the different parts. This is very, very cute. By the way, I have a video about the mushroom house. You can go and check it out. I did also my own little expansion, and I also have a little review with some tips on how to use the tiny plants part. That is a very, very good part spec. They also have a Lego Technique article here. This is a guest article by Arno Nobbe, legoarno on Instagram, about all these going out of the Lego grid using all these wedge plates. Very, very interesting. So if you are looking for solution to have a little bit of diagonal builds, then you can go and check it out. And then also staying in the topic, we have this amazing mock, the Fractal 45 Spaceship by Tom Loftus. Here, of course, you have the the breakdown of the techniques, all the parts used, and of course the understanding ship that he created. Now we are on to BrickNerd. We are talking about minifigure habitats that is one of my favorite activity, and Josh Parkinson, Brickbuiltjosh, is one of the masters in this habitat building, and here he has a little bit of tips from his own experience on how to build habitats. So he give you I think 5 pointers on what to pay attention and what to do with these habitats. For example, here the first one we are talking about colors, which colors to use, how to make a good selection of colors for your habitats. Next up, an article by another amazing builder, Andres Lenander. This is talking about wall texture. So here you have a lot of different examples from many different builders on how to give interesting texture to your walls. Very, very interesting article as always. And then we also have a MPU talking about wheels and tires. This is by Will Hafner. And here again we have a little bit of history and some very interesting mocks using all these wheels and tires in amazing, very, very cool mocks. Go and check it out. There's a lot of great examples over here. Now, Let's move on to the Brothers Brick. Some of the highlight of the between the all many very cool builds that they featured this week. We have this build by Jeff Chapman that do all these sort of Halloween kind of spooky builds. This is a New Orleans vampire building according to the stories. Excellent build. You can go check it out. All the pictures, all the details. There's a little bit of interior as well, and some very cool minifigures. More about this later on in the video section. They also feature one of my build. Thank you very much to the guys at the Brothers Brick for featuring my trash talking build. This was for the Rogue Olympics. The prompt was trash, so I did a very little fun trash talking build with some interesting part usage, and of course piece count below 101 parts. Staying about the Rogue Olympics topic, we have another amazing build. This is the following week. The topic was Wish. We have this Genie lamp built by Mark van der Maarel. Very build, excellent execution. This was one of my favorite for that week. Let's see some more highlight from that week. So the topic was Wish. So as I mentioned last week, I built a wishing well with a little mini doll over here, a little bit Friends style for this build. There is also the Pinocchio and Jiminy Cricket by Third Fret Lego. Very well executed. Both the characters are very cool. And we also have the Prayer of the Wicked by Wumi Ward. Every week is putting out an amazing build. This is just very cool. Not in my not the style of building that I'm able to build, but I always appreciate this kind of builds. The next week, so what we are playing now, what we are building for now, the category, the prompt is attack. So I already built my first submission, which is the sneak attack. Again, below 100 parts with this ninja jumping down from the story gate to the poor sushi chef down there. Again, below 100 parts, I have a lot of fun with this one. Staying in the contest section, Marchitector is finished. We have the announcement of the results. We feature most of this. So the first place is the Sultamet Kami Pressing by Scott Willem. And we have the Planetarium from Korzov by Kamil Banizik, which is the second place. We feature both of these. And we have some of very cool honorable mention. Most of these were already featured on the channel before. For the Skyline, we have the first place for the Flashing Meadows Corona Park by Watersnap and Bokum by Oz Brick. My Singapore layout is in the honorable mention, and here we have some digital entries. First place for the M2 building by Ben Woodley, and second place for the Los Angeles City Hall by Fanny Taco Bunny. And again here some very cool honorable mention that has been featured on the channel before. My suggestion for Lego ideas, we are looking at this profile of the build that is called Leah, and there is this very cool art piece. Let me get the name of this. My canvas sticker. This builder is specialized in this kind of art frame. The Lisbon one was very cool, but I love this one, and I'm surprised it doesn't have more more supporters. This is very cool. It really look 3D, like the shadow, all the layers is extremely cool. All the different change in the pens, like this is very good. I don't know how more people don't go and vote for this, and it's just 3-4 layers of plates. So this is beautiful build. I recommend you to go check it out and give your support. Now my suggestion for YouTube, as always, BrickCraft putting out another amazing video. We featured the German channel before. Anyway, another amazing update from his Lego City. Definitely go and check out all his episodes. Then we have another master builder here, JK Brickworks, short video about these pooping Lego bunnies. Very fun build. I think you can find also the instructions. If you look in the description, it will guide you through that. Very fun build for Easter. Then we have another big channel, Renzo260, a very cool channel. Here he has a video challenge between him and his editor, what they can build with 5 hours and a $100 budget. Interesting video, go and check it out. We also have Mr. Bookie Boo that is back. He moved to a new place, so now we have the first update from his new Lego room. So I'm pretty sure there's gonna be more coming, so go subscribe so you will have more updates about his Lego City that is usually very cool. Then we have Marco Forward. We mentioned him multiple times. He has an amazing 24-hour build with this Lego adventurer scene, with these mummies coming out of this sort of pyramid thing. We have a couple of vehicles. This was just perfect, very well balanced, nice use of colors. It came together very smoothly in the video. It's an excellent build. You must go and check it out. Then we have Spooky Bricks. We mentioned before on the Brothers Brick. There is a video that he posted about this New Orleans vampire house. So go and check it out. There's a lot of interesting techniques and part usage here as well. Then a few new channels that I just discovered. We have Mac and Blair Bricks. We have a few highlights from convention. Here there is an interview with the builders of a massive miniature Lego city. I will link here in the description so you go and check it out. This is the biggest microscale layout I've seen. I mean, other than probably the Rocco Butler cities and all the city of Rome. But talking about more modern microscale, this is a very interesting layout to go and check out if you like microscale. Then we have Adam's Brick Junction. I mentioned the first build that I mentioned about Kimberly Griffin. We have this Mystic Falls Keep. So this was in BrickNerd 2025. And here we have a short video where we can see a little bit more all around this build. Very, very good. Now, to wrap up the video, on my channel, you can find a very cool video. It doesn't have many views, but go and check it out. It was a really fun activity. I have this beautiful Lego Friends space rover. I made 2 alternate models, one submarine and one space base. I really had a lot of fun doing this activity. I recommend to everybody. And I also have my members only vlog with all the behind the scene on how I came into building this alternative model. If you want to support the channel, you can consider doing your Amazon US shopping with my affiliate link in the description. I recommend you always the Botanicals. The Tiny Plants is a very good part spec. It's over there at 20% off. If you don't have to do any shopping, then you can consider to leave a like, leave a comment and subscribe, or go and check out one of my previous episodes of This Week in Bricks, and here you can find the playlist with all the previous episodes. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Ciao, ciao.